with the Perfect Patty Shaperz, and today we're going to do a burger with what I call a mixed blend. I kind of liken it to a microbrew where you brew all these different ingredients in order to get a desired, flavor. So today we're going to take some ribeye steak, we're going to take some sirloin steak, and we're going to take some brisket. And obviously I'm only going to use a small piece of these because I want the main flavor of the ribeye to really stick out, but add these other blends so that you have a really unique flavor. Then I'm going to use this grinder with these big holes on here, and the reason I'm going to do that, I don't want to mix this meat too much. So after I get that ground out, then I'm going to use some yellow mustard. I'm going to use some garlic, salt, pepper, and then I'm going to run it through the blender again, and I'm going to use a smaller plate that's going to give me a bunch of small columns that's going to help hold all those juices in when we cook it up. And then finally, I'm going to basically do this out of two. I'm going to make two burgers. One, I'm going to put some good old-fashioned American cheese. Another one, I'm going to put some cheddar on there. And then we're going to check out the flavor. So let's get started. Oh yeah, look at all that freshness. This is what's really unique about, basically blending your own meat and getting all that fresh product. I can't wait to get really started on this. So I'm going to put my mustard in, put my seasoning, and then I'm going to go with a nice amount of garlic powder. Then I'm going to put some salt in here. And some pepper. And then we're going to just give this just a little toss. I'll toss this up. Like I said, you don't want to work that meat too much. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this head off. I'm going to leave the cutting blade in there because the cutting blade, it doesn't care what size plate you have in there. So then I'm going to pop this plate off. I'm going to bump this to move that plate. I got the plate out. I'm going to put this cutter blade back in. That's what actually cuts that meat. And get all of this off of here. And then I'm going to put my new blade on. That's not so hard. What a lot of people don't understand, and this is what's really unique about the Perfect Patty Shaperz, we've got a lot of experience. So a lot of people think that, well, what does this head do? When you run the meat through there, once, it's okay. You run it through again, you're actually going to continue to take the fat out of the meat, and it's actually going to become leaner. So a lot of people say, well, you can run that meat through there a bunch of times, but if you do, you're going to lose a lot of the flavor because you're basically rendering the fat out of the meat. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to run this back through a second time with that smaller head, and you're going to get to see how we do that, and the end result of a hamburger that is going to be quite delicious. Here we go again. All right, there we go. Now, we're going to take this, and as you can see, as you know, we always talk about the cuber, the plunger. This is the mold, and this is the base plate. That pops right into place. We're going to move this out of the way. Now I'm going to take this yummy blend of meat, and I'm going to start to put it in here. See those columns of meat. That looks really good. Really good. Now let's see what we got going here. So here we go. It's Perfect Patty Shaper plunger. I plunge that in there. Now I'm going to put the rest of the meat in there because I don't want any of this to go to waste. This is about a 1/3 pound to a half, you know, depending on your meat block. Now I'm going to push this in. Nice and tight. Look how well that goes together. That looks pretty yummy. Let's take a real good look at this. That's the Perfect Patty Shaper. Okay, what's really unique is then this bottom pops off. There it is on the other side. Look how easy that is to get out of there. All these ones that just you know, go into one that you know, is almost like a bowl. That's not good. So now we're going to put this on. And here we go. So I usually like to use a rule of thumb. I give about 4 to 6 minutes, depending on the temperature of the pan. But as you know, out of all of our videos, I'm going to let all that juice run up here to the top, start to watch it start to clear up, and then once it does, then we'll flip it over and we'll know we're well on our way to having a perfect Patty Shaperz cook. Yummy. So while we're letting this cook up, I'm just going to bring up the fact that you can go onto YouTube, subscribe, and you'll get to see all of these different videos of where we're actually using the Perfect Patty Shaperz, and we're making all kinds of different recipes that you get to make at home using some really good high quality mold or tooling, if you will, and then get to have fun with your family, enjoy all these different creations. So I'm excited about all of the different molds that we have, and all the different things that you're going to be able to make. And you'll see that as we keep introducing the products. What's really cool about this product, and I'm just gonna do this for the fun of it. This is another unique feature about the Perfect Patty Shaper, is this is our actual crush mold, where you take all of these patties, the small ones, and then you smash it in here to get a really unique, quick, hamburger that's really unique. And here's one of the fun parts about this product. This snaps right into place. So when you go to store this, you get to stack your molds up, and it doesn't take up all your counter space. All of these are dishwasher safe, and I really think you're going to like this product. Okay, so we're coming along pretty good here. This thing's cooking pretty good. I can't wait to, get a taste of this flavor here. Oh yeah. So I got my pan just probably a little bit hot, but we're gonna keep this thing going. I'm gonna turn my heat down just a little bit, but you can see all that cuber in there. You can see how this burger is keeping its shape. So when you have all these friends over, you look like the perfect patty shaper chef that you need to be at that backyard grill. So gonna let this baby cook up some, and I'll catch up with you after we get this thing all the way cooked through, and I'll start adding some of the cheese, and you'll get to see the bun. We're going to give this thing a try, and it's a brioche bun, and man, oh man, are they good. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not the brioche. So I'm using a traditional hamburger bun, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some of this cheddar. This is a real thin cheddar, so it's going to melt up real nicely on here. And then I like to put it on just to make it look like a diamond. So now we're going to let that heat up and melt up real quick. I'm going to get a plate here that I can plate this with. And I'll get our bun. So what I'm going to do on this, because I went ahead and I put the mustard in the blend, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put some mayo on here because I want to keep this very simple. Nice, fresh, ground meat, and just a little bit of mayo on the bun. And obviously you can put whatever you want on here, to your taste, tomatoes, onions, and there's no doubt that's going to add some more, flavor to it. And so here we go. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to plate this baby. Look at the shape. Look how well that shape stayed. I mean, that is a perfect patty shaper. That is really a nice, look at that. Oh man. Oh my. So maybe this thing ought to be a photo op. How about that? Look at that one. So I'm going to go ahead. And I'm going to that is one beautiful burger. So let's get in here, if you don't mind. I don't really like doing this on video, but I'm going to grab a nice healthy bite of this. Wow, that's a 2 thumbs up. Perfect Patty Shaper. And we're gonna have to cut this video short because I'm finishing that. I'm finishing that baby. So once again, subscribe on YouTube. Watch our videos. We've been having some giveaways. We're going to be doing it again soon. And stay tuned. Like us, subscribe. Thank you for your time.